Good morning. A random thought. It's hard to be an elected official, especially at a high level, and be black in this country. Oh, there he goes talking about race. Where I'm going with this is, I've been telling you guys about Marianne Williamson, presidential candidate, Caucasian female, who was able to say the things that not only need to be said, but that should be said by other presidential candidates. But they can't. The same reason why former President Barack Obama did not tackle the issues of reparations for slavery. With all of his wisdom, with all his intellect, with all his charisma, he did not want his legacy to be tampered with because of the controversial issue of reparations for slavery. Williamson made it so plain when she finally got the national stage on CNN. In all fairness, she has been on other national stages, but as CNN has been doing these series of presidential candidate town halls, you got to go ahead and get that lady on the big ticket for the debate. I'm itching to see her debate with Feel the Burn, Cory Booker, Harris, others, the plethora, the long list of presidential candidates on the Democratic side. In the same vein, I was speaking to a state legislator here in Georgia. I won't choose to disclose their name. I was discussing with them the fact findings as it relates to a certain piece of legislation. And for the record, this individual knows, based on this conversation, that I'm speaking about them. For the record, got a lot of respect for this individual. But man, it must be hard, man, to be a black elected official. See, these facts that were found in relationship to this legislation I'm speaking of would have highlighted certain individuals based upon race, based upon age. And these are facts. But because of those facts, this individual did not want to want this information disclosed. And again, these are facts. See, we're the only people, black folk, that feel like we can't even state the facts in fear of retaliation in many forms, maybe not getting voted into office, maybe being voted out of office, maybe being blackballed and not being able to be a part of coalitions and alliances in order to get work done. These are the tactics, these are the fears that are embedded in our spirit or in our mind. I say reject that. See, in order to reject that, you've got to be willing to deal with the consequences. If we don't start making it plain, if we don't start standing on what's righteous, if we can honestly, behind closed doors amongst our loved ones and friends and like minds and spirits, if we can honestly discuss certain things behind closed doors, we got to be able to say them out in the open. Now, by no means am I talking naively or foolishly saying everything is for everybody. No. We got to stop being in fear of what the perception is going to be based upon our truths, our truths. So, man, in one breath, I applaud black politicians because it's got to be a hard road. But in the other breath, man, I don't know how to compromise on truth, in the words of the minister. Compromise happens all the time, yes. But if we don't start eradicating this notion and ideology of white supremacy, see, white supremacy is what allows Marianne Williamson to go on national television and make it plain about this nation and the debt that is yet to be repaid. But if a Cory Booker went on there and said with the same venom, which he would not, there would be a feeling of being ostracized. If we don't change that narrative, our children's children are going to be fighting the same damn fight. We're gaining momentum. Youngsters, to the old heads, or the soon-to-be old heads, continue pushing this narrative, man. Continue to eradicate what the norm has always been. So we probably ain't going to see it in our lifetime. But keeping it gangster, a lot of us didn't even think that we would see an African president in our lifetime. I'm just talking about change. Be a part of that change. Do it for your children's children. Peace out, man.